Hey there, Angie Wagler for Arise Now and the 2-Minute Wake-Up Call. Well, here I am in the backyard and I want to show you this gorgeous plant, this gorgeous bush that's flowering. And I don't know if you can, we'll try to get it pretty close. If you know what the name of this plant is, please share it in the comments. I've often wondered what it is, but it has a bit of a story. And so let me tell you a little bit about this plant. You know, when we bought the property, there was an L-shaped deck and the deck came almost to this plant. And then the part of the deck was removed. And in that time frame, in that season, I said to Paul, let's move some of the plants around as I do. I'm a rearranger. And so we dug some stuff out, we moved it around, and this one I said dig the whole thing out. I don't really like where it was, and so we moved parts of it to different places, and I thought we had got all the roots. I thought we were not going to have this growing here anymore. And yeah, wouldn't you know it, after a few years' time, no, it didn't come up anywhere else in the gardens, but there was a plant that started to grow in this spot, and I was thinking, oh, what is this? I thought I had planted hydrangea, and I thought, well, this is the hydrangea coming up. But after a while, it started to bloom again, and I'm like, oh, it's not a hydrangea. This is the plant that was here. We didn't get all the root. It's come back. And you know what got me thinking? It got me thinking about what Isaiah said in Isaiah 11. He was talking about a root. He was talking about a shoot that would come up out of the stump of Jesse. You know, Jesse was King David's father. And Isaiah says, from his root, a branch will bear fruit. And he was talking about Jesus. And in Romans, it also talks about that verse in Romans 15:12. And it says, and again, Isaiah says, the root of Jesse will spring up. One will arise to rule over nations. In him the Gentiles will hope. There is hope for the nations in Jesus, that root that sprung up to bear fruit. Well, you know, we're called to bear fruit as well. We're called to bear fruit. You know, we're told in John that if we remain in him and he in us, we will bear much fruit. Well, you know, this is a time when roots are being exposed, you know, and you're looking at my head right now too, and you're saying, yes, I can see that roots are being exposed. You know, I actually get to go to the hairstylist this week and we're going to do something with this head of hair. But you know what, I'm kind of liking the white roots, so I'm thinking we're probably going to grow it out and see what we can do to transition it. But it's a picture of what God wants to do. He is revealing some things. He is revealing some things. There have been some things. Sometimes we go through these seasons where we think that we've just been cut back. We're not sure that there's any root left. But I want to encourage you today and give you hope in this time, in this season when everything has been changing. You know, there still is that root, that root of Jesse. You know, if you know Jesus, if you've been walking with him, he wants to bring some things forth that are beautiful in your life in this season. Something for you to think on. And until we meet again, stay awake and stay alert.